attached to a balcony or a deck or something like that. I made one for myself at the house here, and we use it to hang our bird feeder off of our deck. Kind of extends the feeder out, kind of away from the deck to kind of keep the mess away from the deck, because the birds make a huge mess. You can also use it for a hummingbird feeder or even plant hangers. So we're going to start off with some 1/2 inch round stock. I'm going to make 2 of them, and this is 27 inches, 1/2 inch round stock, and I got 2 5-inch plates. These are about an inch and a quarter wide by 1/4 inch thick, and they're 5 inches long. So these are a little bit thick, so I will be thinning these down. So if you have something thinner to start with, something probably around 3/16 would be much better for you. This is all I have right now, so I'm just going to take the time to thin that down. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and make this hanger and show it in action when we're all done, so stick around. Alright, so I'm going to start with the mounting bracket. I'm just going to thin this down. Video this, but we are going to start with the brackets. I'm going to get this thin down. It'll probably take it about 5.5, 6 inches maybe after I get done, and I'll bring it back after I get both of these brackets ready to go. Alright, so I got this stock thinned down. It's stretched out to about 6.5 inches. It's coming in right at around 3/16 of an inch thick. I marked it on both sides, an inch from the end on both sides. So I'm going to punch holes here, 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 and here, and I'm going to drift those out to 1/2 inch to fit our stock. Alright, so I'm going to lay some marks in here so I can find this later when I need to. Alright, so I got 2 of the holes punched, and I actually put that down on the wrong side. I got the other 2 punched. Yay. Alright. Alright, so I got that punched out, and I just got one more to do, and then we're going to start to drift that out. Alright, start drifting it out over my Pritchett hole. That's 3/8 of an inch. I could have drilled these holes out too, but I want to expand that metal, kind of see what kind of look it gives us when it's all said and done. Alright, so I got all 4 out to 3/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to drift them to the 1/2 inch. Got this handy little plate that I made. It's got a whole bunch of different sizes. Alright, so now we're going to bend these brackets. Get on my line there that I pre-marked. And run it out of heat quick. Try about right there. Alright, take another heat, got cold. Alright. Got a little bit of straightening up to do. I know you can't see, but it'll move you in a second. Alright, so here's my little saddle angle here. So when I started, I actually measured the width of this little anvil, and that's what determined my dimension. So hopefully everything works out. I mean, they're close. Let's get this more of a 90-degree angle. Alright, use the back of the anvil here. And do the same thing on this side. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to do a test fit. Doesn't have to. Back to our 1/2-inch stock. And this is going to go in there like so. Alright, so that's going to work. We're going to stop right there with this. And that bracket is done for now. I'm going to bend the other one, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start making the rod and the hook part of the hanger. Alright, so I'm going to take about the width of the anvil. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And I'm going to put a bend in this. I'm going to try to use my hardy hole to make this bend. About like that.
Actually, I'm going to straighten that back up. And I'm going to add about an inch to that. All right, let's do this again. All right, let's try this again. A new mark. If it seems like a lot, it is. Take my rounding hammer. I'm on the horn. I'm going to try and get that in the center. Alright. Oops. Alright, so I'll probably leave that about there. Yeah, I'll leave that about there. Get the other one done. So we're going to start the other end now. I'm going to do a long taper. Just in one direction. Kind of shaping this to whatever you like. I mean, just gonna thin it at the very tip. So I think I'm getting this about where I want it. A little bit of a curve down there. And next we're gonna go ahead and do the little hook part. Alright. I don't need much of a hook. At all, really. That's even way more than I needed. We'll go with it. Yeah, it needs to be straightened, of course, but we'll go with that. So now, I'm going to gradually get a bow in here. Try it one more time in the vise, but I might just opt to kind of hammer this in. Two reasons. Kind of get some texturing out here on the shaft. Actually, I don't think that looks too terribly bad, really. Of course, it's twisted. I got to straighten it out, but that's no big deal. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that. I got to twist the end to fix that, but. Go ahead and dig the other one out. Alright, so I got the hangers kind of cooling down. I'll have to go back and just kind of tweak on them a little bit. But first we're going to focus my attention back to the brackets. I'm going to take these over to the belt sander, kind of shape up the fronts here and get that a little bit symmetrical. I'm going to drill some holes so I can mount, of course so you can mount it. And might as well go ahead and punch some marks. Pretty much I'll bring it back. And there's one more step we have to do to the brackets here. Center. There's one more step we got to do to the brackets to go ahead and get them done. So we'll go ahead and bring it back after I get these shaped up on the belt sander. I got the hangers cooling down, so hold on. All right, so I got my brackets all drilled, tapered, and there's one final step that I'm going to have to do. And that is, I got to take a file, and I got to file 2 notches so this part here will slide down in and lock it in place. So the idea is, you can lift it up, swing it around, hang your plant, put it back out, then lock it in. That way you're not reaching over the banister, risking a fall, and to hang up whatever you're hanging up. So really not a lot to see here. I'm just taking this rat tail file that's worn out, I'm filing in a notch on each side of the hole. And if you had a rotary tool, it'd probably be better and faster. I have one. I don't feel like digging it out. So I'm just going to hack away at it here with this rat tail file, and I'll show it to you when it's all done. All right, so I got one of them filed out. Let's go ahead and do a test. All right, she locks in really nice. And I think we're gonna, I don't know, I could put a pin in the bottom to prevent it lifting all the way out and just dropping everything. But that's kind of the premise. Lift it up, spin it back, do what you gotta do, and you can put it back out. Yeah, I'll probably drill this, put a pin in it, and that'll just keep the rod from popping out. All right, so pretty much just doing some straightening, just kind of checking everything out. Yeah, I mean this is pretty much what it's going to be. Got to swing it out, bring it down, lock it in, won't move, and I did drill a hole here. I'm going to drive a roll pin in there, and that'll prevent you from pulling it out too far. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at with it. Turn this around. And that's kind of how she turned out. So yeah, you attach this to your deck or whatever. Balcony if it's made out of wood. Got two screws. You can screw it to the wood, and it's kind of hanging over your deck or whatever. Whether you got a plant or a bird feeder or a hummingbird feeder, whatever you got. And yeah. The other one is a little bit crooked, and I'm going to have to do some straightening on that, but this one's pretty much done. Alright, now it's time for the fun part. Go ahead and put a what is this? Rust-Oleum American Accent Satin Finish on it. Seeing as how this is going to be outside, the beeswax finish probably won't cut it. Unless you want it to rust, which is fine too. We're going to go ahead and just put a satin finish on here. bonus footage. This is the one that I forged a while ago. I've been using this at my own house for quite a while. Lift up, swing back, lift off, do what you need to do, put it back, swing it back out, lock it in.